with respect to life, not just sports, how long until there is a normal, or is there a new normal in the foreseeable future?
Well, I think it's going to be gradual, Max. I think we've already seen the CDC come out with the first in what will be multiple installments of what vaccinated people can do. You know, the first step in a family setting, vaccinated together with vaccinated or vaccinated with unvaccinated. You're going to be hearing more and more as the weeks go by about the things that we can recommend that vaccinated people can do. So we're going to see a continual approach towards normality. I hope by the time we get to the end of the summer, the beginning of the fall, we'll be very close to what we would consider normal.
And when you say normal, Dr. Fauci, specifically what does that mean? Because even when I just took my shot the other day, they still said we're still encouraging you to wear a mask. Even if you take your second shot, we're still encouraging you to wear a mask and things of that nature. So when you say normal, can you be specific about what you believe close to normal entails?
Well, what it's going to be is going to be really depending upon where you are and what the level of infection is. So if it's completely normal, that means that you could get on a plane and go to anywhere in the world and not worry about anything and not wear a mask. I don't think that's going to be that way for quite a while. In the United States, approaching normal, where we'll have gradual withdrawal of the need to get to be wearing masks, I think we'll be wearing masks longer than what we would consider normal. It will be, as Max said, kind of a new normal, where we'll be wearing masks under certain circumstances when you're out in the community and not a high percentage of people are vaccinated. If we can get the overwhelming proportion of the population vaccinated and the level of infection, namely test positivity, is very, very low, then we can start talking about going back from wearing masks. But right now, even though we're doing well, the baseline of but the baseline of infections every day is between 50 and 60,000. That's extremely high. So even though things are getting much better, that's the reason why we still have to be wearing masks. A lot of infections still out in the community.
For sure. And Stephen A., you got your first vaccine. I can't wait to get mine as soon as I can sign up that day. I will be there. Dr. Fauci, I want to transition for a moment. I mentioned you've been running point for our country, but you also were a point guard on the court. So I've got some pictures. I need America to see the other side of you back in the day. And you provided us with a list of your top 5 favorite athletes. And I thought it's a pretty interesting list here. You got Cousy, Mantle, Curry, Scherzer, and Ham. But because you were a point guard, as we can see there from the photos, tell me this, 2 point guards on your list. Who do you think's the greatest point guard in basketball history?
Well, I hate to say the best, and that's why I said my favorite. But Steph Curry is amazing. I mean, Steph Curry, his ability to shoot that basketball at 3-point range. I mean, I was at a game right here in Washington, D.C. when they were playing the Wizards, and it was unbelievable. He was taking shots from a couple of feet past half court, and he missed like 1 out of 15. It was amazing. I mean, so I've got to go with Steph. I mean, he's just one of the most exciting players ever.
Dr. Fauci, it seems like you like short point guards with handles. It seems like you picked the 2 short point guards with handles. Is that right?
Well, that is true because I can identify to them. I was a quite short point guard. I wasn't really within the same range as them, but I could relate to them very much.
And did you have handles? I mean, Cousy was the guy who,
Yeah, no, I was actually, I was okay. I wasn't bad. I had a lot of speed back then. The game was mostly a fast break game, that type of thing, and that was my kind of game. So, I mean, if I had to go up and up against somebody taller than I am, that's a problem. You try to drive around them. But on a fast transition game, I was pretty good.
Dr. Fauci, you talked about your favorite players. What about your favorite team? Who would that be?
Well, right now, I live in Washington, D.C., and my favorite team was not last year, but the year before, Washington National baseball team that won the World Series championship. What an incredible team that was.
Did you grow up a Yankees fan? Because I see Mantle on
I
the list.
did.
There you go.
You know, I did. So I had a change allegiances. I was a very avid Yankee fan when I was a kid.
Of all the teams to give up, Dr. Fauci, I gave up the
I'm
Knicks
sorry.
when I moved to LA. The Yankees?
He's not bandwagon like you, Max Kellerman. Dr. Fauci, before we let you go, let's have a little more fun here. Who do you think's going to be in the World Series this year?
You know, it's a tough call. I mean, I have to be loyal to the Washington Nationals, but, you know, the LA Dodgers are really a very good team. So we'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, and then let's go to the NBA real quick. Do you think the Lakers repeat again?
Yeah, I mean, they're an extraordinarily powerful team. I mean, anybody that bets against the Lakers has got a long way to go. So I wouldn't do that.
I don't think so. How about Brooklyn with Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and James Harden? I like those chances.
Me too.
No, I do too, Stephen A. I actually do that a lot, particularly, you know, when you play in Brooklyn, having grown up and learned my basketball on the outdoor courts in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
There's a lot of basketball spirit in that city.
Right.
Especially they haven't had a champion since 55, a team since 57. They're thirsty. They're thirsty in Brooklyn.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.